Well, howdy, howdy. I'm going to give you a quick little review on my 3-point pressure grip and toss. I'm doing this because I really want to share what I think is a very valid evolution, if you will, in how to grip the dice to execute a controlled throw of a preset slash dice setting. Okay, so setting dice, putting them in a particular configuration, gripping them, and delivering them with repeatable mechanics. Here is the grip mechanic that I have settled upon after approximately a decade of studying, practicing, and applying this in the real world. When I say the real world, I'm talking about casino play. So you're looking at you're seeing a pair of dice. I've got one amber colored die and one green colored die, and they're sitting there in a hard waste set. You're looking at a 2-4-2-4 set, but the shooter, which would be over there, would be looking at those faces here and those top faces. So he would be seeing, or she would be seeing a 2-3-2-3. That's that's a hard way set. We don't need to go into that at the moment. Now, traditionally, the pressure points of a grip that is accepted today in 2026 would be that you would want pressure across that face there, those two faces, basically sort of pressure here, here, and here, and then you'd want pressure back there with the thumb. I'll demonstrate. The fingers would come down to the table, up to the cubes, like that. You may, push them together a little bit, whatever. But essentially, you would be gripping them as such. So the pointer finger, middle finger, or I guess that's index finger, middle finger, and ring finger would be there, and the thumb would be there. I have thrown dice that way for a long time, practiced that way for a long time, learned everything about all of that, and understand how, by doing that, you create a bit of a fulcrum across this where the dice can then, rotate on their way to the back wall, land hopefully as flat as possible, and then come up to the wall, and then come back boom, and stop. Now, that's the objective, that's the theory, so on and so forth. And it can work, it can be successful. I've had success with that in the casinos from time to time. And I've seen many other people have success with that in the casinos from time to time. And of course, well, I shouldn't say there are a bajillion YouTube videos out there, mine included, showing people picking the dice up like that and throwing them and having, success with minimizing the 7 and maximizing the numbers that are not a 7. That's called dice control. Be politically sensitive, so you don't want to upset anybody. Now you call it dice influence because, oh my gosh, you cannot control the dice. I guess that's pretty much, I'll accept that. You really are not controlling the dice after they leave your hand. You're controlling everything up to that point, and you're controlling where they land, and what happens after that is controlled chaos. Let's leave it at that. But I think after studying that, practicing it, applying it in the real world, that I have come up with a little bit better way of gripping the dice. And this is something that I've developed primarily because I'm getting older, and my dexterity, my the joints, the fingers, and all that sort of thing are, you say, that breaks down over time, and it adjusts and it changes, and it's not as easy to grab something and hold on to it and repetitively throw it for a long period of time without causing your joints to maybe react to that. It creates irritation as you get older. So for those of you out there who are older DI/dice control dice setters, and you've been utilizing that 3-point not 3-point, excuse me, 3-finger overhand grip, the standard par grip, which is this right there, standard par grip. And you either have a backswing or tabletop release, or you can set it, pick it up, and throw it. It's the old Gold Coast thing, not Gold Coast, Gold Touch. Here is what I have applied and learned for myself personally over time, and that is a 5-finger approach. It has been called a spider grip. That right there would be a spider grip. You can see the index finger, little finger, ring finger, and middle finger and thumb are all on the dice. And this is where I'm at now. This is where this evolved. This is really holds those two cubes together, which is very important. Very, very important in delivering them so that they land flat and come up and back in as close as possible to the way they started, right? Which is the key to the magic of the set, the preset. That becomes harder and harder over the years and in time, and just in general. That is to me, it's a difficult grip because you've got pressure here, you got pressure there, and you want to make sure that there's not too much pressure there or too much pressure there, which can cause, that kind of a flight through the air. The spider type approach, where you've got pressure coming, let me put this back, here, 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 and here, make sure it's designed to, make sure it's the wrong word, to emphasize the dice flying through the air in a brick shape versus two independent cube shape, keeping them together like they were glued together to the landing zone. And that can be a very effective toss, but it can be uncomfortable. I mean, I've been doing this kind of stuff for so long. I mean, me positioning my fingers on the dice it's as natural as putting them together to say a prayer or something. Say a prayer or something. Y'all can take that for what it's worth. Anyway, but I find that kind of a grip can be really useful when you're going corner. It can be really useful if you're just want to get them, and maybe you're doing a drop type toss. But what I've always liked, this overhand par type, gold touch type grip, but I've found that if I get some pressure on this edge and that edge right there, no pressure there, and then pressure here on the back on that seam with the thumb, for me, that in a traditional par type approach works the best for me. Okay, I just thought it was a hard way. What did I get? I got a 1 off axis 3. The result is not going to be important in this demo at all. All I'm trying to do is show you how I'm doing it. Okay, so the dice they'll come back to me. I'll pick them up. I'll find my set. Okay, hardware set. And then I'll do this. And I really want to get them to feel, okay, there they are. There's that nice brick feeling. And then I just want, that's what I want in the way of pressure. Right there. Those two fingers are now along for the ride. They are providing the fulcrum for whatever level of spin I might want on these things. And I kind of set it like this so that the knuckles of these two are on the deck. And I want to make sure that this knuckle here is in a, kind of, like this, and that line, that edge right there is on the table. It's not like this, it's not like that. It's flat. And I look down at my target, And I see these suckers as landing right as flat as possible on that target, which is going to be around 6 inches from the back wall. And I threw a 7. But again, you can understand. I'm talking when tossing, which is always, a conflict between the left and the right side of the brain. Okay, so now that you know what I'm trying to do with what I call the 3-point pressure grip. It's a lot of words, and I can't think of a more simple way of calling it. But it's a 3-point pressure grip. It's a modification of the Par Gold Touch grip and mechanics. There's no backspin. Excuse me, backspin. There's no pendulum motion. It's a from the deck toss. Let's see if I can do a few. Okay, we do the hard way, so there's a 1-off axis 8. Mark that 8. Let's see if we can hit an 8. I don't recall how we started. I just knew, it was a hard way set. So we'll stick with, let's just do 4s. I thought it was going to be a 4-2-4-2. There's a 6. Another 1-off axis. So at the moment, the hard way thing is working. Also, I'm trying to hit my hand is kind of in the center of my body, right in the center of my chest. I'm trying to feel my hips. This is right in the center. Belly button area. And the hips are, the hips are not this way, that way. They're this way. Shoulders, like that. And there's a single pitch 6. And there's a hard 8, which is our point. All right. I could keep throwing, and I don't see the point in it in terms of the demonstration. I mean, I'm sorry, that it was a great toss. I mean, I just scooped those up with the stick, brought them back, and yeah, they landed really flat. They hit the back wall really nice. They came back really nice, and they moved what is referred to in the Mad Professor's book as symmetry, or in sync with each other. And that's really what you want when you are applying presets, repeatable mechanics, and a grip that is comfortable for you and that it's reliable for you. And that this grip that I just demonstrated, it's over about at least a decade of studying and working on this, has become my go-to from a natural position. I'll use something different if I'm on the other side of the table because I'm a right-hander. Anyway, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and remember, y'all, luck has got very little to do with it. Practice, practice, practice.